Hi, I'm Daniela Nyiri. I'm a green bank and climate financing expert, and I'm here to tell you about the EPA's Greenhouse Gas Reduction Fund in 5 minutes or less. So, what's all the buzz about? In August 2022, President Biden signed the Inflation Reduction Act into law. And in that law, they allocated $369 billion to tackle the climate crisis. That is single-handedly the biggest investment that the U.S. has ever made to do that. And out of that $369 billion, the IRA allocated $27 billion towards the Greenhouse Gas Reduction Fund, which is to be implemented by the EPA. The primary goal of the GGRF is to cut emissions in half by 2030 and help us reach net zero by 2050. The GGRF consists of 3 major grant competitions. The first bucket of money, and the biggest, is the $14 billion National Clean Investment Fund. That fund plans to maximize the impact that public capital can have by reducing the need of it in the future and replacing it with private capital. The NCIF plans to award money to 2 to 3 national green banks who are capable of partnering with the private sector. And their collaboration will help finance clean energy projects across the country. It will help reduce pollution, create jobs, and lower our personal energy costs. The second bucket of money is the Clean Community Investments Accelerator. That's a $6 billion fund that's working to expand our clean financing reach throughout communities across the country. The money will be awarded to 2 to 7 nonprofit lending hubs, like green banks, to work with other community lenders throughout low-income and disadvantaged communities so we can scale the impact of clean energy projects across the country. Now, the last bucket of money is the $7 billion Solar for All competition. This competition focuses on bringing solar energy directly to homes in low-income and disadvantaged communities across the country. This competition will give up to 60 grants to state and local governments, territories, and tribes. So, a lot of people have been saying this program is historic, and that's because it is. The GGRF is going to be a game changer. It's going to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and other air pollutants while helping Americans actually feel the benefits of doing that. That means less extreme weather, cleaner air, cleaner water. It's going to help us move beyond oil and gas while creating new and exciting jobs in the clean energy industry that everyone can have access to. Most importantly, this program wants the U.S. green transition to be felt by every American, to reach every corner of the U.S. And that's because it's working to fill financial gaps throughout communities that typically don't see new and cool investments or resources to do that. The GGRF is setting the many with low-income households, the many that live in communities that are most critically impacted by the crisis as a priority, instead of the few wealthy with tax cuts. Unlike most government programs, the GGRF is a one-time public investment to help mobilize private capital towards a clean energy transition and help incentivize our focus towards the clean energy sector. Because let's face it, right now our economy still depends on oil and gas. Sure, we have more electric vehicles, but a majority of Americans still drive gas-fueled cars. Sure, we see more solar panels on homes than we did 10 years ago, but a majority of Americans, a majority of buildings and homes across the country, they don't have solar panels. Yeah, heat pumps, they're more efficient. They're great because they replace your furnace and your air conditioner. But not many people know that it's a 2-in-1 blessing, and if they did, they probably can't afford it. This fund wants to change that. The GGRF is a $27 billion down payment to incentivize the private sector to make clean energy investments and expand its reach so that its impact can be felt by communities everywhere. Now, according to the EPA, after an extensive application process, award announcements for the GGRF should be made this March. That means we're this much closer to a world that's green for all. And that's everything that you need to know about the GGRF in 5 minutes or less. Bye!